Hi, I'm Margo Hetzke. Welcome to the Vision High School Sports Beat.
The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships from Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai, Ford, Kia, and Nissan, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Greece, Penfield, Fairport, and Canandaigua. Online at visionauto.com. Hi everyone, and thanks once again for joining us in the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat, our 101st episode in our 3-year reign. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County. We begin with our honor roll of high school teams. At number 3 this week, the Greece Athena boys basketball team finished 21-2 for the season, stopped finally in the state regionals by Jamestown. At number 2, Fairport hockey. The Raiders made it to Utica, beaten in the state semifinals by Messina in overtime. And at number 1, Webster Schrader hockey, the Warriors take home the state crown in Division II. Which brings us to Pittsford Sutherland High School. The Knights made it to the state championships in Troy, thanks in part to a success-filled commute. Her name alone tells you there's something different about Santita Ibangwese. She is a Cameroonian American. Her parents were born in Cameroon, a West Central African nation on the Atlantic Ocean. It is Santita's heritage.
I am particularly proud of my background. It doesn't come up I don't tell everybody that, but I think you can tell that I'm not completely just Black American. I have something else in me. So it's fun. I like to be from Cameroon. Well, my parents from Cameroon, be a Cameroonian American.
Second-generation immigrants from another country always seem to have the drive and appreciation that comes with being in the United States, maybe. Do you sense some of that?
No doubt. She has more, again, an incredible amount of drive. My kids, my own daughters always say Santita lives like a 30-hour day. Given the sports, the activities, the student government, the instruments, all the stuff she has going on that she somehow squeezes into this one day. It's pretty amazing when you put it all together, and it's almost exhausting just thinking about it.
Santita is an all-around star at Pittsford Sutherland High School. She's 6'1", powerfully built and driven. Ibangwese played a key role on the Knights State Championship volleyball team and has a chance to accomplish the same with the basketball team, which reached the state Final Four.
We talk about kids that are bucket fillers, that bring emotional energy to the gym, and she is a bucket filler. She comes into this gym with a positive attitude every day and really pours her heart into that, whatever group activity she's in, and for us it's basketball, and she's just tremendous.
That's a contagious trait, isn't it?
It absolutely is, right. It rubs off. Her energy rubs off on other kids. She's a great example of how the sum of the parts is perhaps greater together like that than they are individually, and she really makes that work.
And she doesn't live in Pittsford. Ibangwese, like her brother and sisters before her, is a participant, a beneficiary of the Urban-Suburban program. Urban-Suburban dates back nearly 50 years to the racially charged 60s, with a mission statement of reducing racial isolation. Students accepted into the program can choose to be bused into any of 8 school districts. The Ibangweses, who live in Rochester, send Santita on an hour-long one-way bus ride each day to Pittsford and pick her up each night.
I love going to school in Pittsburgh. I love the education, I love the people. It's a little different atmosphere, and since I've been doing it since I was, 6 or 7, I don't really mind.
She's here all day a lot of the times, and there are a few people on our team that she'll go over to their house after school and stay there. If we have late practices, she'll go there and stay there from maybe 2:20 to 7:15 at night until she has to come here and go home. So we do try to make it as much of a home for her as possible, and she has so many friends here. It kind of comes naturally. She's an amazing kid. She's really funny, so I think people are just naturally gravitated to her.
Do you ever think about how your life is different as a result of all this moving around?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a lot more active. I like know how to like handle myself in like a lot of like situations, and I like that it gives me a chance to be like responsible and learn some life lessons that I probably wouldn't learn if I wasn't in the situation.
Coming up, East High's Mr. New York basketball nominee in our ESL Scholastic Sports Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Lucky Edwards. You're watching the Vision's High School Sports Beat.
The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by ESL Federal Credit Union. For more than 90 years, ESL has been investing in the region where we live and raise our families through personal banking, business banking, and wealth management. With ESL's shared commitment to the community and support for local sports and family events, everyone wins. ESL answers to you. Welcome back, and thanks for watching the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. This portion of the Sports Beat brought to you by ESL Federal Credit Union. ESL answers to you. Time now for our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3, we have the Charlotte front court combo of Tyreek Snow and Dante Crumpler. Combined for 41 points and 23 rebounds, Charlotte finished the season 13-10. At number 2, the great Sierra Dillard of Gates Chili scored 30 and rebounded 14 in a win over Jamestown in the state girls basketball quarterfinals. The Spartans head to the state semifinals with an 18-5 record. And at number 1, topping our list, Bishop Kearney's Charisma Bryant scored a career-high 26 points. The Lady Kings beat Tonawanda in the regionals. Kearney goes to the Class B state crown after winning the Class C state crown last year. Which brings us to East High, which is back on top of the boys' basketball world. A return to the gold standard is in our ESL Scholastic Sports Spotlight. East High is still the gold standard of local high school basketball. The Orientals own 24 Section 5 titles, more than anyone. Under coach and former East and Canisius basketball star Darryl Barley, they're on a roll, with 4 titles in the last 7 years. Barley is the guiding force behind his newest phenom, Dante Carruthers.
Well, last year was more about I'm going to get mine, whereas this year we're going to win and be a leader. But also, you know, he's just a great player, so he can score just about at will.
What's Coach done for your game?
A lot. He made me come off more ball screens than usual in the beginning of the season. I'm scoring 50s and 40s. I was just doing like man-to-man, but one-on-one now. I got to come off screens, pass the ball more, rebound more, and he just changed my whole game from the beginning of the season to the end.
Carruthers is a Mr. New York basketball finalist, along with Webster Schrader's Emmett Holt. The only local players to claim that honor are McQuaid's Tyler Relf in 2003 and John Wallace from Greece Athena in 1992. Carruthers, though, is still a work in progress. East was just 11-9 last season. Heading into the state semifinals this year, the Orientals are 19-3. Their only Section 5 defeat came at McQuaid. Carruthers had a 50-point game this year, but the team improved as Dante began to score less and took more responsibility for the success of the team. Was that difficult for you to give up some of the points?
Not at all. I just want to win at the end of the day. So I don't care if I score 9 or 11. As long as we win, we all get the credit.
Recruited by Division I colleges, Carruthers will likely choose the high-profile junior college route. East's success, however, won't end with Dante's graduation. The next big thing is already here. Freshman guard Zion Morrison began the season on the junior varsity team. Promoted mid-season, Morrison starred in East's state semifinal win over McKinley Buffalo. With Carruthers in foul trouble, Morrison came off the bench to score a career-high 19 points.
I never thought I was going to get moved up, and when I just got moved up, I was nervous a couple of games, but I just got over it.
But surprised to be promoted on one hand, but to the other, a 19-point game doesn't come out of nowhere. That comes from some confidence, don't you think?
Yeah, I was a little bit confident. Barty told me to get in and work hard, and I knew I had to step up because our star player was out.
Well, Zion, he's a basketball whiz. I mean, he can handle the ball, no-look passes. He can score, shoot from the outside. He's only 14. I really wanted him to play varsity from the beginning, but it was good that he played JV for a while.
So this is a kid that's going to be influential at this school for a few more years.
Oh yeah, hopefully if he stays here, he'll definitely be a staple in our program, and I could put him along the lines of Dante and Gerald Brooks and Keon Mitchum and Norman Simmons, guys who played since their freshman year.
At East High, it's a return to the gold standard. Making the Grade with Kim Brunson is next. Later, Dan Fates with the Mission Bouts.
Hi, I'm Brayton Brusha, and you're watching the Vision High School Sports Beat.
Welcome back to the Vision Automotive High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. Making the Grade is brought to you by the 9 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, proud to be Rochester's #1 selling automotive group. This week, we honor Greece Athena senior Ethan Mordanga for making the grade. As an assistant captain for his varsity hockey team, Ethan helped lead the Greece Thunder team to the sectional finals with a signature upset of 1-seeded Pittsford. Though his season is over, number 19 continues to be a team player off the ice. Every year, he donates his used hockey equipment to those who may not otherwise afford it. He has also volunteered his time helping teach young kids how to skate at Lakeshore's Hockey Arena. Ethan has been involved in his school's student leadership club, as well as the freshman mentorship program, where he welcomes incoming students, guiding them through the transition from middle school to high school. When he's not busy with schoolwork or hockey, you can find him in the garage where he enjoys working on cars in his free time. Ethan looks forward to graduation and hopes to continue his education at SUNY Brockport next fall. For his outstanding leadership on the ice and mentorship towards others, Ethan Mordanga is making the grade. If you have an idea for our Making the Grade segment, a team or individuals making contributions off the playing field, you can contact us at info@classywolf.com. I'm Kim Burnson, and here's Bill with a look at our Section 5 calendar.
This is a highly speculative game schedule, but they play lacrosse under most conditions, so the first game of the spring sports season is a girls lacrosse match with Livonia at HFL Thursday at 3 o'clock. The boys get it going Saturday with 3 games. The first is technically the Greece Thunder playing at Eastridge. That starts at 11 a.m. Mendon Racket Club is scheduled to host the first tennis matches of the season on Saturday. Pittsford Mendon, Fairport, Penfield, Webster Thomas, and Harley Allendale Columbia are expected to play and be ready to go around 2 o'clock. A week from Monday, the Pittsford, Sutherland, and Penfield boys will golf at Monroe. Doesn't that sound good? Just some of the events on the Section 5 spring calendar in the week ahead. Up next, the most unique sporting event in Section 5. It's in our Salino and Barnes All Sports High School Game of the Week section.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Karsten, and you're watching the Vision High School Sports Beat.
The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by Salino and Barnes. Car accident? Don't wait. Call 888-8888. Call Salino and Barnes today. Welcome back to the Vision Automotive Group's High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. This portion of the Sports Beat brought to you by Salino and Barnes, your personal injury attorneys. Do something twice, it's a habit. You do it 3 times, it's tradition. Do it 82 times, and you have the Mission Bouts. Here's Dan Fates with our Salino and Barnes All Sports High School Game of the Week.
1932. That's when it all began. It's tradition here. The 82nd consecutive Mission Bouts. To say it's a one-of-a-kind event is an understatement. Aquinas is one of only 2 high school teams in the country to have a boxing team. Tonight, 11 matches were set on the card.
What is this year like? What makes this year a little bit different?
We have a younger group of kids this year. So we, with the 7th and 8th grade kids, and then there's also a big group of freshmen. Typically we have a lot of junior, senior leadership, but it's up to the younger kids to lead this year.
Well, it's always been a big event. A lot of people come to support it because it's just a tradition at the school, and the kids fight their hearts out with their best of friends going in, but they fight like hell when they're in there, and their best of friends coming out.
2 first-time fighters started out the night. in the junior welterweight class as Ian Haley and Sam Leonardo faced each other.
I'm just anxious. I just want to get it over with and just chill. Like, I'm just nervous because I had 3 brothers here and they all were amazing. And I don't know, I just kind of want to win the fight and get it over with.
You're fighting another 7th grader. Do you guys train together?
Yeah, a little bit. We trained. Very nice kid, Sam. He helped me a lot.
Is it weird now to have to fight him?
Yeah, very weird. We sparred since the beginning, so it'll be fun.
While they may have been nervous, there was no shortage of punches thrown. Haley won in a split decision. For Sam Leonardo, it was just a first step inside the ring in his boxing career. Leonardo took home the first ever junior high fighter of the night.
What was it like seeing your younger brother box?
It was kind of scary because he gets very nervous when he gets out there. So, I mean, it was nice though. I love seeing fights, and it's even cooler when you know the person fighting.
There were plenty of former Mission Bout fighters who came back to support the event and reminisce about their time between the ropes.
I remember the sheer noise of the moment. I remember the Mission Bouts taking me from a place where I didn't have very little self-confidence to a place where my self-confidence grew greatly. I can't say enough incredibly great things about Don Marioli, the coach. He is one of the most incredible people I had ever met in my life.
Just like the pros, each fighter gets some in-match coaching from their own corner man.
The kids have worked extremely hard throughout the course of the year, and our job is merely to take what they've learned all year, because they go through a lot of emotions when they step in that ring, and our job is to keep them focused and to kind of reassure them that they have the ability to be in front of this large crowd and to put on a show, and they've done a great job so far. Your adrenaline is pumping like no other. The difference between boxing and football or boxing and soccer is that they have a team to rely on them. We are their team, and the coaches in the corner are their team.
With the younger fighters getting their feet wet and setting the pace for the night, the crowd settled back in as the more experienced boxers took to the ring, including our girls and boys main event.
Coming back after intermission, it was our lightest bout of the night. Out of the flyweight class, 2 seniors. Kevin Fox showed off his fast hands as he defeated Chris Meyer. The boys' featured bout was a pair of seniors in the light heavyweight division. Dan Ketterer got the decision over Ian Reynolds. Ketterer was given the honor of Fighter of the Night.
It's a real good honor. I worked hard for it, and I think I deserved it.
What is this whole experience, all the years that you fought, what is that like?
It's an amazing feeling to work with different kids, inspire the people, and have fun.
The girls' main event featured 2 3-time fighters. 12th grader Amanda Cook going toe-to-toe with 11th grader Sabrina Bazil.
We have senior Amanda Cook.
It's so exciting. I just like the crowds of people that come together to watch you spar, and the fact that you've been working for it all season, it just makes it so amazing.
It was obvious these girls were experienced. Cook got the better of Bazil at the end, but both girls were noticeably excited when it was named the fight of the night.
I'm so excited right now, there's no words to describe how great this is.
When you hear that there's 10 seconds left to your fight, you know you're throwing your last few punches ever in the Mission Bouts. What's going through your head?
That's exactly what's going through my head. Last fight ever, make it count. This is all you got. That's all that goes through my head. This boxing season just meant the world to me. I mean, the team became my family, and I've never met a group of people who just done so much for me. It's awesome.
From the red corner, Amanda Cook.
For the Vision High School Sports Beat, I'm Dan Fates.
We'd like to thank our Sports Beat sponsorship partners, Ross Salino and Stephen Barnes, your personal injury attorneys, ESL Federal Credit Union. ESL answers to you. And the 9 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group, they all make the Sports Beat possible.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.